Hello there, friends. Today we have another Universal Yums box. Just came in a couple of days ago, so we're going to start to check it out. Before we do that, I want to conduct a little experiment. It's a simple experiment, and we're doing it for science. You can almost hear that music, can't you? All right. Now, in the left-hand arm of my chair here, that's where I keep Coco's favorite snack, bacon jerky. Okay? I don't eat the bacon jerky. The bacon jerky is entirely for her. Every once in a while, I'll take a nibble of one just for giggles, just to, try to get a reaction from her. It's her bacon jerky. Right now, Coco is sitting over in the other armchair, okay? Her recliner, whatever you want to call it. However, and unfortunately this bag is empty. She just polished this bag off not even a couple of hours ago. I'll bet if I open up this arm and reach in and grab that bag of bacon jerky, even though it's empty, she's already ate it. She knows it's gone. But if I grab it, I bet I'll get her attention. This is what we call dog experimentation. For all of you that are unaware, don't have dogs of your own. Every once in a while, you got to do something just to have a little fun with them. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to pretend like I'm eating from this bag. I'll bet I get a spectator. And if not, you'll never see this part because I'll edit it out. Alrighty. Watch this. Num, 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 num. That's good. Yum, 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 yum. That didn't take long. She already ran across the room and jumped up here. Pup, look, it's empty. I'm sorry. I know, it was a cruel joke. Daddy, sorry. Now she's inspecting me for crumbs because that's her job. That's her right. I pretended like I had bacon jerky and there was no bacon jerky, so now she gets to check for crumbs. That's the law. That's dog law, in case you don't know anything about dog law. Yes, it's gone. You want to help me do a yum video? Okay, you can help Daddy do a yum video. I doubt there's much anything in the yum box that you can have, but if there is, we'll sure check. She's looking for the bacon jerky bag. She doesn't care what I have. So sit down somewhere other than there. Okay, while she makes herself comfortable, we'll jump into the box. We'll jump into the box and see where we're traveling to this month. Where exactly is... Oh, here it is. Alright. Ta-da. Alright. I'll try not to spill anything. Coco, you try to help Daddy not spill anything. Looks like this month we are headed... Where you running to? She got bored. No bacon jerky. She done. Welcome to Scandinavia. We're going to Scandinavia. See? This is Scandinavia. I hope that was in frame. I can't tell. My face was covered. Reykjavik, Iceland. I didn't know they were part of Scandinavia. That's pretty cool. 64% of the country's population lives in the capital that means Smoky Bay. Awesome. Across from the Norwegian Sea, you've got Kiruna, Sweden. If you're from any of these places and I'm totally butchering how your home is pronounced, I apologize. I'm ignorant. Forgive me. If I'm nailing it, though, thumbs up for me. Probably not going to get no thumbs up. Sweden's northernmost town is home to Ice Hotel in Jukas Jarvi. I destroyed that word. Just right then, I destroyed it. The country's highest mountain, Kabnekase, Kabnekasi. There's a lot of K's. Boy, they overuse the K's and the J's. I don't know what it is. Did they have a council or something and say, hey, the rest of the world is sleeping on J's and K's. Let's do something about that. Let's make a change, you know. J's and K's just getting utilized like never before. And to the world's largest underground iron ore mine. Oh, awesome. Orebro, Sweden. A water tower nicknamed Svampen. Zvampum. The mushroom, apparently is what that word means, is so iconic that it has a replica across the world. Oh, it does. It kind of looks like the Space Needle, doesn't it? Look at it. That's it right there. See? Right there. Right there. That looks like a mushroom. Oh, a mushroom. Oh, a mushroom. It looks like a mushroom. It also looks like the Space Needle. The replica, I'm assuming they're referring to, that is around the world. Helsinki, Finland. Finland is also in Scandinavia. I thought these were individual, like, little countries and stuff. Apparently they're their own little thing. Cool. Helsinki, Finland. The coldest capital in the Norden, yes, that says Norden, region, and the country boasts almost as many saunas as people. And it's got a little picture of a sauna. That's that little place that looks like Frodo's home from Lord of the Rings. Only it's not inside of a tree or whatever Frodo's home was. Oslo, Norway. Probably famous for ships, I'm guessing. The city with a Viking era name boasts fully intact 1,000-year-old Viking ships and holds the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony. Give me just a second. My animal is acting up. What is the matter with you? What is it? I'm doing a video. I'm talking. Do you mind? Throw me a freaking bone here. I'll throw you a bone. Will you hush? Copenhagen, which is Denmark. So is like Scandinavia, like, I don't know, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark, and Norway, and Iceland? I'm learning stuff. I can't help it. I'm learning stuff. Copenhagen, Denmark, the culinary capital of the world. Really? Okay. If you say so. Culinary capital of the world has more Michelin-starred restaurants than any other city in Scandinavia. Okay, but what about the rest of the world? I mean, if it's the culinary capital of Scandinavia, that doesn't mean it's the culinary capital of the world. I mean, hello. Have you ever been to California? home of the avocado. Okay, this is the list of the stuff with all the goodies on the back, which I don't need because I discovered that for myself. Ooh, we got our little book here. There's the back of the book, which does you no good whatsoever. There's the front of the book. I don't think I got any stickers this time, unless, oh, there they are. Found the stickers. Found the stickers. There's the postage stamp, the flower, the flag, the nose picking thing, the airplane one, which I imagine has something to do with traveling. Maybe that's why the air, it's like, congratulations, you're a traveler, or whatever, you know. Trivia winner. I never win that because I'm horrible at the trivia. What do I do with this now? Can't eat it. Coco might later. The dog will eat the stuffing out of a pillow. It's not like she's, you know, some mastermind of culinary experience. Wow, that is an awfully big bag of potato chips. Check this out. Holy Moses. Look how big this is. This is my head for comparison. It's as big as my head. Look at that. That is crazy. Kettle cooked potato chips. We'll see about that. Jalapeno flavored. The last thing I got that said that they were kettle cooked potato chips were just potato chips at best. However, they were good. No shade on those chips whatsoever. They were good. They just wasn't as crunchy as I would expect a kettle cooked potato chip to be. We'll check these out as soon as I figure out how to open them. Usually the back is got a little flap. This one has a little flap, but it's not big enough for me to get my fingers on it. And the surface is quite smooth. I might have to go hunting for a multi-tool. Oh my goodness. You gotta be a freaking Scandinavian power lifter to open these? I got them open. Okay, let's just... Folks, there's no need for all of this. That's how full the bag actually is. Think about that for a second. Half of this is air. Some Norwegian dudnik stole half my potato chips. I bet if I look on the back of this, it'll say Made in America. Because you know how American potato chips are always bags that are half full. Why do we do that, by the way? What? I don't get it. We know you're not putting enough stuff in there. Ham Vlapa Mu Estel Joham Denmark. I was able to read one of those words. Okay. Let's see what the tater chip looks like. Those are, I swear to goodness, that's 2 potato chips that have been glued together. Maybe later, guys. This, yeah. All right, a single potato. The Norwegian fella not only took a bite out of it, he put it back in the bag when he was done. I'm just saying. Anyway, jalapeno flavored potato chips. I guess I'll finish the one the Norwegian fella started eating. Let's see how they are. I hope they ain't too hot. Okay, definitely a really good jalapeno taste. Like you really get all of the flavor of the jalapeno. I don't know how they did that. They maximized all of the flavor of the jalapeno, and there's very little heat. I'm going to say one or two at best. Like the heat level, the hotness. It's just it's it's barely there. But like the flavor of the chip itself, I mean it's there. That's a that's a 9. Would have been a 10 if it had a little bit better of that kettle cooked crunch to it. Like I said, we probably do something different here in America when it comes to kettle cooked chips. That's why ours are always so crunchy and hard. These, they have that kettle cooked flavor. They had a little bit of the crunch. I'd say they probably had about like 60% of that crunch. But it wasn't fully there. But they were delicious. That is definitely a 9. Coco finally calmed down. She's a little less antsy. She felt a disturbance in the force when I touched that bacon jerky bag. Oh, and because this is the box with the most items in it, you get one drink from, I don't know, I want to say Scandinavia, but I mean, is that really? I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Scandinavia. You get one Scandinavian drink, and this one is called, I think that says Harboe, Harboe. Yeah, Harboe. Maybe that's an O. No, that's definitely an A. And it says it's cloudy lemon. Lemon sodavand. Soda water. So it would be lemon flavored soda water? Lemon seltzer? I don't know. I know Vond is water, if that's okay. Let me replace that. But I believe Vond is water. VAND means water. Um, I don't have a vast knowledge of every language. I have a small knowledge of a lot of languages, but not a broad knowledge of, you know, I can make out some words. I can hear one word and, like agua, you hear agua and oh, okay, that's, Spanish version of water. And okay. Ah! What the devil? Okay, I still got my fingernail. Sometimes these cans are a little tough. Ooh, I got it started. Hot dog. I'm still kind of temporarily nursing a burn wound. I might have mentioned it in the last video. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I did. Getting a little bit better. Yeah. I can actually hold a controller now, so I'll be going back into making some more video game content. So that's gonna be fun. Don't know when my next one will be. Probably be rolling out this week. Lemon flavored soda water. Cloudy lemon. Yeah. Whoa. Pardon me. That was really good. That was almost as good as Sprite, really. A little bit more tartness to it, which I actually didn't mind. Normally, I'm not a fan of sour things, but that I can get down with. That was really good. I'm going to give that a 9 also. What else do we have? I don't think I mentioned the name of those potato chips. How rude of me. I mean, never know if you guys might want to try them. They're called kettle cooked chips. I don't really see a brand. Maybe they don't brand things like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about the region of Denmark, but it does have their little flag, made in Denmark, so that you can't be confused. And it lets you know that they're jalapeno flavored, which I respect, because they are definitely jalapeno flavored. And good, by the way. Nope, they don't mind branding things, because these are branded. Kim's cheese with several E's. Ost Pops. Osti Pops. I'll let you be the judge. Maybe you can read this language. I was gonna say Scandinavian, but I don't know if that's how they. I don't know. Ignorance is bliss until you're the ignorant one, quite honestly. But no, ignorance is bliss until you understand you're the ignorant one. And then it's just frustration. Biting into that potato chip must have gotten crumbs all over me. Might have to send my vacuum over here to... there we go. Might have to send my vacuum over here to dust me off. Okay, these look like cheese curls. They look like cheese curls, only smaller. You know, little. See that for reference? That's how big it is. And that's all it just says. It just says cheese. Kim's cheese. Osti Pops. Osti Pops. So we're gonna eat an Osti Pop. I'm not big into cheese curls, by the way. I might be a little harsh on these. I've never liked anything like that. Cheese balls, cheese curls. I'm just not a fan. Cheese crackers even. I mean, you know, I can get down with some cheese crackers every once in a while, but, like, they're lost on me, really. But I'm going to try to be fair. In all fairness, it tastes like every cheese curl, every cheese puff, every cheese ball that I've ever tried in my life. I mean, quite honestly, if you like cheese puff, cheese balls, those kind of things, you'll love those. Those would be probably a solid 10 for you. For me, overall, like say, because they're not like, you know, my particular bag of fun, I'm going to say they're probably a 7. They're still good tasting. They're still, you know what I mean? They're not bad. They're definitely edible. They're definitely cheesy flavored. I'm just not I'm not big onto the cheese balls and cheese curls and stuff like that. Cheetos, even Cheetos. I'm not a fan of Cheetos. You know, cheese flavored things, they don't catch my attention, you know. But they're decent. If you like cheese balls or Cheetos or anything like that, you'll like those. Those would be a solid 10 for you. I would bet money on it. For me, overall, I'm gonna say 7. That's just me, though. I'm not particularly interested in that sort of flavor. I'm also not particularly interested in the flavor of jalapeno, but those jalapeno flavored chips, those were awesome. So, you know, just to give you an idea of how my taste buds range. Quit doing that. Every time I grab something, it slides out of my hands. My hands are dry. That's one of the things about being diabetic and having neuropathy is your hands will they'll dry out when you grab something. Someone can easily pull it out of your hand, no matter how tight you hold on to it, because your hands, they have no grip. You know, it sucks. But what are you gonna do? These are called Kim's snack chips. And I'm guessing it's the same Kim that made the cheese thingies. Yep, same Kim's, same logo. There they are, Kim's snack chips. I couldn't tell you what these are flavored as because it doesn't have anything. The colors on them kind of make you think of like Golden Grams or something. I highly doubt they're cinnamon and sugar flavored, but that would be very nice if they were. I wouldn't be mad at them. Ingredients: dehydrated potatoes. One would hope, because you know they're chips. Whey, cheese powder, milk, rennet. Rennet. What in the hell is rennet? You know what rennet is? R-E-N-N-E-T? Me neither, if you said no. But I am about to find out. There we go. Got it. I'm struggling with these today because I know I do not have a knife anywhere near me right now. Even my multi-tool, I think I'd have to go out in my car and get that at this particular point in time. So I just ride the struggle bus with the arthritis here. Why do those look square on the package? Them look square to you? They're round. And they're cupped. Look at it. They're cupped. You know what they kind of look like? They kind of look like those Ruffles, the cheddar and sour cream ones. But these don't say cheddar and sour cream. It just says Super Sprout Originals. Unless that bit of whatever that is, Yiddish at the top of it there, says something about that. Nar du Sultan für Sujov. I'm gonna guess Sultan means salt. I could be wrong, but I could be right. Anyway, we're going to try this little riffled cup of, yeah, it even kind of smells like one of those Ruffles chips. I'm wrong. It don't taste nothing like those. It does, however, have a kind of cheesy taste to it. But that's about it. It's like, I don't know, if Ruffles made the sour cream and cheddar chips without the sour cream flavor. It's kind of what it puts me in mind of. It's actually kind of boring, kind of like those little cheesy puff doodads, those little Osti pops, whatever they're called. However, like I said, if you like things that are artificially cheese flavored, you would love those. You would probably give those a 9 or a 10 out of 10. For me, I'm going with a 7 on this one again. Again, they're not bad. They're good tasting for what they are, but the flavor doesn't exactly stand out. You know, it doesn't exactly kick or anything. It's just like, yeah, here I am. I'm cheese. Rather mild cheese at that. So again, you know, not too bad. Not spectacular. Definitely not as good as the jalapeno chips. Those things had flavor. And And that flavor made itself known immediately. Okay, let's see what else we got. Any more chips? Because if we do, we'll get them out of the way now. What's this? Oh, cool. Okay. I got another bag of Teeny Yums. Hello, I'm the Teeny Yums. This is the Teeny Yums bag. It's got random, like, little candies and bits and bobs in it. We'll check that out at the end like we did on the first video. No need in breaking a format that works, right? Like, you know, going camping and doing a Yums video. Couldn't help that one. The box literally arrived the day before I left, and I was like, I'm not doing a video when I come back. I know I'm going to be too tired. So, I did it while I was there, which actually worked out. Because there was an item in that box that I actually had to expecate from my mouth. It was not tasty. It was very unenjoyable. I couldn't get the dog to eat it. And I've seen her lick her ass for 5 minutes straight. Just saying. Oh, it'd probably help if I told you guys what the heck this is. This is the original Snack Foods Gourmet quality. Again, this is one of those things where they don't give you a name. I guess Snack Foods is the name. Is it possible Snack Foods is a brand? Does this say Snack Foods? Crispy, kettle cooked, chips. Nothing about the name Snack Foods. It's got that flag on it though. Okay, so this is Snack Foods. Probably, I don't know. Maybe that's a brand. It's made from the same company. It's the same address. Denmark. So it's the same address. So maybe that's their thing. They don't. This particular company doesn't, like, you know, have a name where they just say, hey, we're such and such snack makers. They just make a bag, throw some stuff in it, and here you go. This is what it is. I never told you what it was, did I? Dark chocolate coated popcorn. Ooh, okay. That sounds yummy. Handcrafted in Denmark. Like, that's a selling point. Well, I imagine for Danish people it probably is. We don't want that Swedish chocolate. We want the Danish chocolate. There may be somebody watching this video right now that probably has a better understanding of this area than I do. And you're probably thinking to yourself, that idiot doesn't know that those places reside in the same area. And if you're having a laugh, enjoy it. Because I still ain't gonna get the joke. Because I don't know. They could be, Denmark could be in Switzerland for all I know. I don't. I don't think it is. But if it was, I'll never know. I failed geography. And then I retook it during summer school, where we basically just passed by showing up. We didn't have to do anything. All we had to do was show up and let the teacher smoke at the front of the class. That's all we had to do. Yeah. I know. Hey. Excellent education system here in Columbus Public Schools. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Dark chocolate coated popcorn. Okay, sweet. We're going to give it a try. Okay. I've had a lot of popcorn. I don't really find popcorn to be all that amazing. That's really good. That's not just popcorn that has some dark chocolate on it. There's something else on that popcorn. There's another coating on it. There's like a glaze, like you find in not Apple Jacks, Cracker Jacks. In Cracker Jacks, there's like a glaze on that, but it's not that flavor of glaze. It's something lighter, something less sharp. Corn glue syrup, glucose syrup, yada yada yada. May contain traces of almonds. You might want to put that on the front of the bag next time, buddy. If somebody's allergic to almonds, they'd probably want to know that. Cocoa butter, dark chocolate, sugar. So yeah, it's just it seems like it's just like a simple syrup coating that's on the popcorn itself, and then it's glazed with the dark chocolate. Really good. I'm gonna give those a 9 as well. I would give them a 10, but it's popcorn. There's, I mean, you can't really do much with popcorn. And there were none of those little peanuts inside them. Like if they'd have had like some peanuts in there or something crunchy to go along with it, maybe a 10, maybe, depending on what it tasted like. I think 9's a good score for that. You know what? If you don't like it, buy your own and try them yourself. Maybe you'll think differently. Maybe you'll say, no, those are a 10. And then you might go, why did he give those a 9? Those are horrible. Maybe you ain't gonna like them. I don't know. I liked them. What else do we got? What in the hell is that? Pardon me, sometimes I forget that I shouldn't use dirty language. These are Danish oat cookies, and they have a brand, believe it or not, Karen's Bakery, directly from Karen's Bakery. Orange flavor with cocoa filling. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? I hope they are. There you are. That's what they are right there. And they're made in Denmark as well. Baked in Denmark since 1890. Well, I hope this is a fresher batch. Can you imagine getting a hold of a cookie that was made in 1890? Sugar, vegetable oil, palm granola kernel, shea, wheat flour, always with the wheat flour, oats, eggs, cocoa, process, alkali, whey, salt, may contain wheat, eggs, and milk. It's a cookie. Of course it might contain wheat, eggs, and milk. Have you ever bought chicken and like looked on the package and said, where's the thing that says that this might have chicken in it? Wouldn't you worry about that? Why is it? Why would you like something that you would expect to be made out of something like that, having a thing on it that says it may contain this? It was like, well, yeah, that's why I'm buying it. Kind of makes you wonder what they're normally putting in it when it doesn't might contain that. What are we substituting for eggs and milk and flour? Okay, or wheat flour, or what are we not using when we're not using those things? Using those things should be normal. You shouldn't buy a bakery chicken at Walmart, or one of those rotisserie chickens in the bag and it have a little warning on it, this may contain chicken or actual meat. Have you vegans gone that far? Maybe it's time to stop. I'm just saying. I gotta enter a warning on something that warns me about that thing having what's supposed to be in it. These actually look pretty good. Look at that. It's like little chocolatey ring around the side of it. See there. It doesn't go on both sides. It's just that one little drizzle around the edges. It's like they took the top part, drizzled it around the edge, or maybe that's the stuff in the center that's getting squeezed out. Who knows? That actually looks good. I've amplified this enough to where now if it tastes bad, I'm going to feel horrible. I hope I don't have to make any faces. Alright, let's give it a try. It's not soft. I was expecting a soft cookie. This is a hard cookie. Ah! Break it in half, make it a little easier. I don't taste orange at all. Is it hiding on the other side of the cookie? I gotta rehash this. I don't taste any. I don't even taste the chocolate. Does it say it's? I mean, I know it says cocoa filling. Don't get me wrong. That is an excellent tasting cookie. I taste no orange flavoring, no orange anything. I taste no chocolate. I taste no cocoa. I taste a damn good cookie, don't get me wrong. It's a tasty cookie. It's sweet. There's something about it. It's good. It's delicious. But I don't taste any orange anything or any cocoa, chocolate, nothing, nothing. I don't taste it. I'm sorry, it's not there. But it's a good cookie. I'm I'm perplexed. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 because it's a damn good cookie. I'm taking off 2 points because 1, it don't have any kind of chocolate taste to it whatsoever, and 2, it has no orange flavor whatsoever. I just don't taste it. Now, could it be that my American palate is so used to artificial flavors that amplify the taste of things that I don't taste the orange flavor in this cookie? Or the chocolate cocoa flavor in this cookie? Yes, that is very possible. And I know that. But I'm still giving it an 8 because I can't taste it. It's not there. It's like I said, it's a damn good cookie. A damn good cookie. But the claims that are being made on that package, I can't justify them. It's yeah. It's like getting a product that says batteries included, and then you get the product and you open it up and it doesn't have batteries. Where are my batteries? The batteries are gone. It said orange flavoring. It says cocoa flavor or filling, cocoa filling. Yeah, no, it ain't there. I looked. It's got the brown. It's got that brown, It's cookie. But there's nothing orange flavoring. There's nothing chocolate, cocoa, whatever. It's just not, it ain't happening. But it's a damn good cookie. It's a damn good. If they would have put that on the package, damn good cookie, and just left off the cocoa filling and the orange part, I'd give it a 10. Because, then I'd be just expecting a damn good cookie. I wouldn't be looking for orange flavoring or cocoa filling or cocoa or chocolate flavoring because it ain't there. But it is a damn good cookie. So, I'm not knocking on Karen's Bakery Danish oat cookies. I'm not knocking on them. These are darn good cookies. But that part down at the bottom where it says orange flavoring and cocoa filling, I'd leave that out. Because I can't find none of that. It ain't there. It's gone. It's unsubstantiated evidence. Next item. Oh Lord, we got something else. Same little lady too. Karen Wolf. Is this the same? Look, it's the same picture, right? That's her in purple. Karen Wolf. And this just says Karen's Bakery. Same lady in yellow. Same lady in purple. But it's Karen Wolf. I'm going to have to guess it's the same Karen. It would only make sense. They look alike. Not that that means anything. Bite size rum cogger. Rum. I'm not making this crap up. Rum cogger, right there. That's what it says. They kind of look like Fig Newtons, don't they? But that don't mean anything. I saw a square chip a minute ago, opened it up, and it was a cup. So that don't mean anything. Smakhager med rumsmog. Rumsmog. I mean, there's a tiny Amish person in here on vacation. No, it's Rumspringer. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And they're bite size. Which typically means they're small. Oh boy. Well, at least I don't have to worry about looking for any particular flavor on this one. Because I don't know what flavor that is. That might not even be a flavor. That might be a texture. I don't know. I don't know this language. There we go. But that might actually work out in their flavor, favor. That might actually work out in their favor, because if this just tastes good, it'll automatically get a 10, because, I'm not looking for any kind of identifying flavors or anything like that. I ripped the package. I didn't want to do that. Oh wow, they look like little Fig Newtons until you turn them sideways and realize they're not. Check it out. That's what it looks like right there. But you turn it sideways, hey, look at there. It's just I don't know, it's probably a shortbread cookie. Maybe that's what that word means. Because that's what it kind of looks like, shortbread. Alright, we're going to give it a shot. Wow, I can smell this thing. It's funny. Those cookies that they sell around Christmas time, I believe they're actually called Danish shortbread cookies. That's what this smells like. Alright, well, are they Danish butter cookies? I think it's Danish butter cookies, and the other ones are just called like shortbread or something like that. Either way, we're going to try this, see what it tastes like, see if I like it. okay. They definitely taste like those Danish butter cookies, but there's something on top of them. Some kind of, I wouldn't call it a frosting. Glaze would be a more appropriate term for it. Some kind of sweet glaze on top of it that absolutely makes those fabulous. I mean, those are really, really, really good. Those get a 9. I'm not even going to try to justify it by saying why I didn't give it a 10. Those are a 9, and that's just the way it is. That's the bottom line. What else? Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm going to need an insulin injection after this. Franski Waffler Franska Wafflor. Karen Wolf Franske Waffler Franska Wafflor. Med Citron Cream. That has to be 2 different languages. Anyway, that's what they are. Same lady, only in yellow again. And apparently this is I'm guessing a lemon cream cookie. I don't know what the Franski Waffler part is, but I like the taste of lemon flavored things, in case you don't know that. I've probably never shared that before. I actually like lemon candy. Even though I don't like things that are sour, I know, make that make sense. I'm not a big fan of sour stuff, but lemon flavored stuff that when it's been like, sweetened to where it ain't so strongly tart anymore, I like that. I might like these. I don't like for anything lemon flavored to be overly sweet though. I still like it to have a little bit of that tartness to it, especially lemonade. I think that's why I like that soda so much. Speaking of which, I say we grab a little swagger of it. I kind of forgot how acidic it was. But it's still damn good. Oh my. What in the world? Is that literally just one thing? Oh, okay, there's 2 of them. Thank goodness. I thought these were stacked on top of each other. Kind of looks like one of those, what is it, Ritz or Club Crackers or whatever they are. Kind of looks like one of them. Got the little cream in the middle. I'm guessing that's sugar on top of it. Definitely lemon cream. So this ought to be right up my alley. Cheers. Having trouble getting it back in the package. I was about to start calling it names, but I didn't have to. Those are good also. Not quite as good as the other cookies, even though I do like the lemon flavored cream in those. Those are tasty. I'm going to give them an 8. Like I said, they're good. Maybe I was expecting better. Maybe I was expecting more. Maybe I was expecting too much. But I think I kind of nailed it when I said they look like one of those Ritz or Club Crackers, because that's exactly what they kind of tasted like. Only they weren't salted. There was no saltiness to them whatsoever. It was more like, instead of putting salt on top of them. They put sugar on top of them. The texture blended with that kind of filling, I did not care for. I would have preferred it to be more like a cookie, but that was more like a cracker. Still good though, but I can't justify it any better than an 8. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. What else you got? Oh no. All right. I think I might have found another product that might be wasted on me. Rhubarb and cream. I'm guessing this is some kind of tea. Still haven't got those reading glasses yet. Full-bodied loose tea with gentle sweet cream. Yeah, that's not for me. Sorry, I'm not making tea. I get this box so that I can open the box and open the packages in it and enjoy what's inside the packages. If I have to cook it, clean it, pour water on it, scrub it, I'm not eating it. I'm sorry. When I want to cook, I'll be cooking. This is not for cooking. None of this is for cooking. This is open and enjoy. If I got to do something to it, then we've gone too far. We've gone too far. Don't bother putting it in the box, guys. Don't even bother. Just, I don't think. Ship it to homeless people. They might like stuff like that. Not me. Okay. This is Howlan-Batar from Godis Fabrican Aroma. I'm no clue what any of that crap means, so I guess we'll just have to discover it. Tilvercad Sverige. I think that's a place in Denmark, actually. Said in 1921. Okay. I mean, at this point, I'm just basically at your mercy because I don't know. Howlan-Batar. Sure. I wonder if it's a raspberry. Who knows? We'll find out. Maybe it's a strawberry or raspberry flavored gummy. Open. I just want you to open. Please. Oh shit, and it's everywhere. Yeah. We're crotch picking now. Oh, crying out loud. Ignore what I just said. Matter of fact, future Ernie, edit that out. That nobody wants to hear that. That's kind of gross. Is that a hair? No. Edit that part out too. That's kind of nasty. Even though there was no hair, there was. I mean, because of I own a dog. I don't want to eat dog hair. But there was no hair, so it was just my glasses playing tricks on me. There it is, little piece of candy. Classic stand flavor. No, what? It doesn't matter. Some kind of flavored candy. Definitely some kind of berry, that's for sure. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Woo. That tastes just like Swedish fish. You know the little red candies that are shaped like fish? The part I wasn't ready for was I thought it was a gummy candy. The outside of it is like this odd texture that's harder than the center, but the center of it is still like gummy, like a Swedish fish. But the outside of it is slightly harder, so when you bite down on it, it creates these like little crusts, crumbs, little bits and nibs that kind of break off and like literally get stuck in your throat. Holy cow. Don't get me wrong, they tasted good. But there is something about that flavor, something about the way that tasted, and it's definitely some kind of berry. I think it's raspberry. Um, Something about that it leaves an almost perfume like air freshener like taste in your mouth. You know, you walk into a room, somebody just sprayed some air freshener around, and you get that like, ugh. that's what that that's what that kind of tasted like. Oh, very nearly choked me. The good news is I'd have had it on camera, so it's, that's instant lawsuit right there. Wow, that was you know what? I'm gonna ignore the part where I nearly choked, and I'm gonna overlook the very strong, perfumey air freshener like thing because, quite honestly, that might be what the appeal to that type of candy is, or that particular item. For me, it's a forget about it. Um, for others, that could be, oh, that's what makes that candy that candy. That's what makes it great. For me, that's a 7. So, for anybody else, make it what you want. That was rough. Not that it was bad. It actually tasted. It tasted good. Okay, it was not bad. But the way the outer area kind of broke up into like little bits and nibs and stuff like that, and started like cause it's gummy. It's chewy, but that outer layer is just a little bit more firm than the inside layer. So when it started breaking off and stuff, it starts going in one direction, and one part of it went down the hole that it wasn't supposed to go down. And that hole very quickly rejected it. What is this? What are you? Oh, got more stuff? Oh, good lord. There's another pack of those? Oh, it's a different brand. Or no, same brand. Oh, these are caramel. I'm guessing they're caramel. almost identical looking doodads, only these are what looks like caramel. Grodkala. Grodkala. Okay. Far be it from me to fight with you on anything. Anyway, well, that's what they are. They're Grodkala. I'll tell you what they look like. Milk duds. They look like milk duds. Oh, goodness. These I'm not going to be able to open. Alright. Time to go caveman on it. Alright, time to go more caveman on it. There we go. Should have done that with the first one. Should have on separate. Oh, don't tell me I went caveman above the seal. Well, I'm trying to go below it. Bishop, you can calm down. Seriously, you can calm down. There ain't nothing in here you're getting. These are chocolate thingies. You don't get chocolate. Chocolate's bad for you. She knows chocolate's bad for her. She's got one of those rules. I'm allowed to look, but I'm not allowed to participate. She can look. I don't mind her looking. Okay, I don't want 20 of them. I just want one. Good Lord. I'm going to spill them again. Jeez. I'm making a mess. Gonna have to go crotch excavating here. Nope. Okay, good. Looks like only one fell. Alright. There it is. The Denmark milk dud. Okay, that's not caramel, that's toffee. It's very tasty too. Probably shouldn't talk with my mouth full. Yeah. I've had those before. Not that brand, not that country. I think the ones I had were from the UK box. Little chocolate covered toffees. Delicious. Loved them. Absolutely good. I'm going to give those a 9. Yep. And that's probably a lot nicer than I was to the UK box, because I don't believe those was as easy to chew. Alright. Is that the last? Anything else in here? Nope. Okay, so second to last item. This is same company. I'll let you read it. Calls Scum Banana. If I would have said that, y'all would have said he ain't reading. He ain't reading right. There's something wrong with that fella. No, that's what it says. It says Scum Banana. Get off me. And I'm probably going to have to go caveman on this one too. Yep, we're going to go caveman on it. Turn your head, it's going to get ugly. Wow. Ugh. Whew. That smell. I love bananas. I really do. I eat at least one banana a day, mostly. I can't stand the smell of banana flavored candy. Circus Peanuts. No, not a fan. Not a fan of circus peanuts. And I said peanuts. I said circus peanuts. Just in case you're having trouble hearing me with all the other noises going on around here, I did not say something inappropriate. I said circus peanuts. And brother, that is exactly what this thing smells like. Matter of fact, that is exactly what it feels like too. It feels like a circus peanut. It looks like a circus peanut. I'll bet you it tastes like one. We'll find out. I am pleasantly surprised. It does not taste like a circus peanut. And I would have bet money that it would have. It doesn't. It actually tastes pleasant. It tastes good. Don't get me wrong, it smells like circus peanuts. By the way, I'm not sure if you're acquainted with circus peanuts here in America. In America, circus peanuts are these peanut-shaped, marshmallowy looking candies that are orange, that are banana flavored. And they're god awful. I do not like them. But I like those. I really do. I tell you what, I'm going to give those an 8. I'd give them a 9, but they smelled horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They smelled like circus peanuts, and they just absolutely turned me off of them instantly. But flavor-wise, if you can get past that smell and actually bite into them and taste them, the texture and everything, it's actually quite nice. It's not the texture of a circus peanut, which basically a circus peanut has the texture of the little marshmallows from Lucky Charms, with none of the flavor of those little marshmallows. That was actually really good. And we got one more item left. And then we get to get on to the booklet. Whoa, I ain't saying that word. Plant Pack Algren's Bilar Zverges Mest Kopta Bill Bile whatever. Oh, there is a T, okay. A T and an R. Fructacombi. And I won't tell you what I thought it said at first, but yeah, there it is. Fructacombi, which would be fructacombi, like fruit combination. Yeah, like a variety of fruits, which I'm gonna guess would make sense because these look like a bunch of little sharks with different colors, which probably indicates different flavors. Holgren's Bilar 70 Bilar ounce. Oh, those aren't little fish or sharks, those are cars. They're cars. This is made by a different company, it seems, so hopefully they'll be able to open them. Hot dog. I was able to open them and not get them all over the place. This is a fine day. Alright, here we are. I don't care what you say, those look like little sharks. Look at that. Well, I mean, when you hold it like that, yeah. Any way you hold it, it looks. See, when you're holding it like this, it looks like a car. You hold it like that, it looks like a car. You set it down in your hand, just let it sit there. Kind of looks like a little shark, but it's got wheels, and sharks don't have wheels. All right, let's try them out. That I believe is a purple one. That looks like a yellow one. I'm guessing this is an orange one. No, that's yellow too. Is there only two colors? Okay, that looks a little more purple than the last one. Alright, let's see what flavor this one is. They all taste the same. I mean, quite honestly. The yellow one did have a little bit more of a citrusy hit to it, but the others they all just kind of taste alike. Yeah, it could be because I was eating them one after another, trying to see if I could find a different flavor between them. But then again, hey, that's half the fun. I just remembered something. We got one of those little baggies. We got a baggie. Where'd the baggie go? Here's the baggie. And here's the booklet. Might as well get those ready. Okay, this is teeny something, tiny something, teeny yums. Teeny yums. Alright. This usually has like some kind of candy in it that they couldn't package in a large. Good Lord. What is this? Halloween candy? Lakritz Cola. Salt. Licorice toffee. Oh, good English. Licorice toffee thingy. Giant orange ball of something. Hot cream. What? Because of the way this is written, it could say hot cream. It could also say not cream. In order for it to say not cream, the N would have to be backwards. Oh, creamy peanut. There's the English. Apparently it's nut cream. It's not much better. Translation is a little sketchy sometimes. Is it all there? Oh, look, there's a little. Hey, that Norwegian guy done got to this one too. Little bastard. He's a tricky devil. He's messing around with my candy all the time, man. And what's these little blue balls? Little orange. I'm getting about as bad as post 10. I'm not thinking of what I'm saying, I'm just stuttering the words. if you watch Post 10, no, if you don't watch Post 10, give him a look at. He is funny. He's funny, and it's fun to watch him. Sometimes he'll say something, and you'll find it funny. You know, that Beavis and Butthead kind of sense of humor. You'll find it funny, but he won't realize that what he's saying is mildly inappropriate or even the slightest bit humorous. But he's fun to watch. He's hilarious. Does awesome outdoor content. Um, does funny indoor content too. Has a channel. I think it's called New England Wildlife, something another like that. He uh, does this stuff with like old cans of food, where sometimes he'll try it out, see if it's still any good, and other times he'll open it up just to see what it looked like, 40, 50, 60 years later. The dude ain't died yet. He has to have a titanium steel United States, military style immune system, because he's still going. The little blue ball. I never read what this was. I'm sorry. Cookie dough. Yeah. Okay. Apparently, hot cream or whatever that says is their logo. Hot cream, not cream. This is cookie dough, not cream. The blue ball package. Where do I put you? I see why they only give you a little bit of those. Those are addictive. Holy cow. That was really good. 10. That's a 10. Easy 10. It wasn't like, it was cookie dough flavored, right? But it wasn't cookie dough like chewy, like cookie dough. This was like creamy, like real loose cookie dough. Bang on, man. It was good. I liked it. It was about the consistency of watered down peanut butter. You know how so, or not watered down, microwaved, like microwave peanut butter. You ever microwave peanut butter so you could stir it up in the? It had that kind of consistency. Little microwave peanut butter viscosity going on there. Really good. I liked it. 10 for sure. Now this is the orange ball, which is supposed to be the peanut. Yeah, cream of peanut. I'm guessing peanut butter. She's still asleep. Same thing with that one. There is a slight disadvantage to this one. I'm not a fan of peanut butter. But that one is still a 10. It had that same creamy consistency as the last one. Had all of that peanut butter flavor. Had a little bit of I don't know a better way to say it than grit. Had a little bit of grit to it. like the consistency of sand, like you would find in peanut butter candies, like a Reese cup, for example. Had a little bit of that, but for the most part, that was like 98% creamy. It was just 2% that had that little bit of grit to it, but it was still delicious. Still gets a 10. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of peanut butter, but I know a good candy when I taste it, and that was really good. I'm not going to let the fact that I'm not nuts about peanut butter, that is a double pun. I just realized that. I'm not going to let the fact that I'm not nuts about peanut butter sway my opinion into a 9, even though I probably should. But it was still tasty, it was still good, it deserves a 10, it gets a 10. This is the toffee piece, and from what I can tell, it's just toffee. There's nothing inside of it, or, you know, it's not like that eclair thing that I had from the UK package. This is just toffee. Toffee? I wish that was just toffee. Okay. Disadvantage, I hate licorice. I can't stand licorice. I don't know who in the hell on this planet found licorice, took a bite of it, and said, we need to share this with everybody. I'm pretty sure it was done on April Fool's. But that was very salty. There was definitely a licorice flavor up front, bold, right there, slapping you right in the face. If you like salty, if you like licorice, and you like toffee, you might enjoy that. I barely like toffee. I don't even like salted caramel. And I cannot stand licorice at all. At all. It gets a 1 because it's edible. I'm pretty sure it's edible. It's packaged and it's sold and people eat it. It gets a 2 for the toffee, because toffee's okay. Toffee's cool. Me and toffee, we get along. That other crap, that's as far as it goes. That's it. It gets a 2. We stop there. That was ugly. I did not like that taste. That was very unappealing. Alright. Now we're going to start the booklet. We warmly welcome your mouth to Scandinavia, and they still haven't changed that stupid slogan. That is a horrible slogan. We welcome your mouth to. That's... Isn't that borderline like some kind of sexual harassment? Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But this is also the portion where I get to take off my glasses, because I can't read with my glasses on. For some reason, once I hit 44, that ship sailed. Okay, first trip with us. Number 1, before you dive in, here are a few tips to help you make the most of your Universal Yums adventure. Grab a pen. I won't be doing that. Turn over the map and start rating snacks on the Yum scoreboard. We did that. Didn't need the pen. Thank you for your trouble. Turn on the tunes. we put together a playlist representing Scandinavia's varied music scene. Yeah, but America's is better. We're moving on. When you're finished, turn to the back of the booklet. Tell us what you thought of your trip to Scandinavia. Oh, trust me, we will be doing that. Number two, what's cooking? Lunch. Many in Sweden and Finland grow up eating pea soup and pancakes. Do they not know about the syrup? Like Mrs. Butterworth's? Does she not translate to that language? Oh, here's the name for pea soup and pancakes. Artsopa och pankakor. Gee, I wonder which one of those words is pancakes. Every Thursday, a practice what? A practice now enjoyed by those in Norway and elsewhere in Scandinavia too. I thought we were talking about Scandinavia. What do you mean? Norway is not part of Scandinavia? What did Norway do? He got kicked out for some reason. Probably some of them candies he had. He stole the candy. He got kicked out for stealing the candy. I bet you. I bet you. Most restaurants serve this with lingonberry or other jams. So they know about, okay, jams. Pea soup, pancakes, and jam? Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. If you take a look at the picture, it gives you a better representation of what's going on there. The pea soup is in a bowl all by itself, and the pancakes are crepes. Don't tell them they don't know about crepes yet. The pancakes are crepes, and apparently they eat them separately, but they go together. Kind of like tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, you know. And by the way, if you've never tried a tomato soup with a grilled cheese sandwich, there is a proper way to eat that. In case you don't know it, um, after after you make the grilled cheese sandwich, you place it onto your plate, 45-degree angle from the one on the. Sorry about that. I had a technical difficulty. Anyway, like I was saying, if you've never had tomato soup with a grilled cheese sandwich, there is a proper way. There is a proper way to eat that. You place down your first piece of the grilled cheese sandwich. Most people usually cut them triangular wise. You place your first piece down. You take your second piece, turn it at a 45-degree angle, and set it on top of the other piece. Okay? Then you grab your bowl of tomato soup. You throw it away, and you eat the grilled cheese sandwich. For those of you who didn't know. Okay. In case you're wondering why things got a little wonky there for a second. Apparently, my phone has this fun little function, a gesture, I guess you would call it, is if you do this, or anything that looks like that, you know, the Jedi mind trick or whatever, it stops recording. I don't recall activating that particular gesture, and I'm pretty sure I've done this several times before in the past. I don't know if it was the most recent update. Whatever it is, I don't care. It needs to stop. I'm done with it. So I had to go in and fix the stupidity, as it were. And we shall carry on. That was number two. What's cooking? And apparently they're cooking pancakes and pea soup. Gotta love those Scandinavians. Scandinavians. Number three, breakfast. More favorite foods from Scandinavia. In Sweden, a popular breakfast might consist of, oh my god, cardamom cardamom buns. Oh, yeah, thank you for the English. Appreciate that. And Bircher muesli, also called chilled Swiss oatmeal. Okay, interesting breakfast, sure. Beloved dinner. So we're skipping lunch, huh? Well, you did already tell us lunch was pancakes and pea soup. Sounds like something out of a Harry Potter, doesn't it? Dinner. A beloved dinner throughout Scandinavia is one of meatballs, köttbullar. That's what a meatball is. Köttbullar. Served with gravy and mashed or boiled potatoes. They don't tell us what that is in their language. I appreciate that. And lingonberry jam. I'm guessing they don't know about grapes. You know, strawberries, grapes. It's always the lingonberry. To each their own, I guess. Maybe you had these at an IKEA store. I hope that's a joke. I don't shop at IKEA. Do they serve meatballs with mashed potato and gravy and lingonberries? I've never. I get my furniture from Walmart. Dessert. The all-time favorite Swedish green princess cake tort, Princess Tarta. So, Princess Tart. Yeah. She's a classy lady, that Princess Tart. Oh boy, you can't make this shit up. Comprises layered sponge cake filled with jam. I have an idea what jam. I bet it's one of those berries that begin with a ling and end with Sponge cake filled with jam and vanilla custard, whipped cream, and sealed with a thin layer of green marzipan. That doesn't sound tasty. Have they not tried apple pie? I'd take an apple pie over a birthday cake in a heartbeat. I'm just saying. You don't even need to put a candle in it. Just, happy birthday. Here's your apple pie. Thanks. I will enjoy it. Number 4. Flavor Watch. It scares me that they're showing a can of tuna when they've got Flavor Watch in the picture. A unique offering is surströmming. I know what that is. I seen Gordon Ramsay eat some of that and he nearly vomited. Surströmming fermented Baltic herring, which has a strong, pungent smell and flavor. It is consumed outdoors in the summer with flatbread and vegetables. Why is it consumed at all? They know it tastes bad, right? I mean, they know. How can you not know? You open it, you smell it, and you go, I ain't eating that. You think that, oh. Anyway, how to say yum. Ooh, this is where you learn how to say yum in Scandinavian talk. Across Scandinavia, we found endless words for yum. Really? These include what's it mean when there are two dots above an A? Is that lacquer or laker? Or does it give it an entirely different sound altogether? Anyway, it's either lacquer or laker, but you think yum would be just easier. Yum. Lacquer. Liquor. Yeah, yum. Yum's a lot easier. Smaskins. Smaskins. With a name like Smaskins, it has to be good. Smaskig. Oh, here we go. Smaskig. Mumsig. Mums. Hey, that's close. That's close. You're a letter off. You're just a letter off. Nom nom. N-A-M, N-A-M. Nom nom. That's okay. That one makes sense. It's like saying num 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 num. You know. Got or goat. Got goat. G-O with two dots above it and two T's. So is it goat? Is it got? Is it whatever? Smarig. Smarig. Okay. Delicat. Mum's easier. Nom nom's more fun to say. Skitgot. Skitgot. Oots oct or oots oat, depending on how the O with two dots above it makes any difference. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? I know which one I like. It's the ones with four letters that sounds like yum. It's off by one letter. A lot easier to say than the other ones. And it doesn't have two dots above its vowel indicating that it might make a different sound than it normally does. Popular saying here. Ooh, these are always fun. I like the popular saying bits. Okay. It says L-A-T, but the A has a dot above it. But the dot is not a full dot. It's a hollow dot. I don't know what noise that makes. Lat, late, lote, lot, loot. I don't know. You got me, bro. Lat, matin, tistamun. M-U-N, mun. Lat, tistamun is a Scandinavia proverb that means let the food silence the mouth. They should have done that before they came up with that stupid saying. It encourages everyone to focus on savoring a meal, being present in all its flavors, and experiencing the taste right. What it actually is meant to do is to tell people to shut up when they got to eat that fermented Baltic fish. That's its real purpose. Everyone's complaining about the taste of the fish, and they're going, "Lot mountain tista moon. Shut up and enjoy it." That's basically what it means. Isn't that what it means? Let the food silence the mouth. Yeah, shut up and enjoy it. That's what they're saying. I don't care who you are or where you're from. That's what they're saying. That's what the mothers. That's what the mothers are saying to the kids that just want kick cereal and they're getting surstroming. Yeah, stroming with two dots above the O, and those dots are filled in. Not one of them's hollow, which I have no clue what that means either. Trivia train. Okay, great, cool. We got trivia train time. Choo choo. Okay. Hop aboard the trivia train. Number one. Look, what's that? What massive thing is there more of in Finland every year? Okay, so basically it's asking us what's the big thing in Finland every year? Alright. Probably something that grows. Giant koalas. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. Hot air balloons. Those don't grow. They're just hot air balloons. C. Literal land. You know, that could be a thing. And D. Monster trucks. Okay, it's obviously C. They didn't want you to guess. They're basically telling you this is the answer. Don't think of anything stupid. This is just how, this is the way it is. This is the way. Number one, C, literal land. Answer, Finland is growing literally due to I bet it has something to do with volcanoes. Anytime land grows, it has to have something to do with volcanoes. Or receding coastline. Could be that too. Due to a phenomenon called post-glacial rebound. Does that got something to do with basketball? Finnish land is slowly rising after centuries of being compressed. Their coastline keeps expanding, which means that one day there might be infinite beaches. Sweet. Lost my plate. There it is. Many Finns. Oh, that's probably what they call the people. Many Finns remember their grandparents pointing out that modern roads and buildings used to be underwater. All right. Cool. They're gaining land. Sweet. Which world-famous game was invented by Swede Marcus Persson? Oh boy, I bet some of y'all are like losing your mind right now because you know the answer to this one. Look at you. Look at you. You're losing your mind. You're bringing right now. You're bringing up the movie. You're even bringing up the movie right now. See, I can look. I can see you. I can see you. Especially you, Todd. You knock that off. Wait for me to read the answers. Legend of Zelda. I see a pattern forming here. Minecraft. Definitely a pattern forming here. Skyrim. These are all video games, aren't they? Isn't that weird? Cooking Mama. I will admit I've never played that. Not even once. I'm not even 100% sure that's a video game. Okay, you can say the answer now. Congratulations. It's B, Minecraft. Number 2. B. Mojang. Yep, that's how I'm pronouncing it. Mojang Studios, a Swedish video game developer, first introduced Minecraft to the world in 2009. 16 years later, It is the best-selling video game of all time, with over 350 million copies sold worldwide. Nowadays, millions of people play it every day. Not grown-ups. One thing the game is sure to do is make you hungry. Anyone up for some chicken cooked in lava? Furthest I ever got in Minecraft was probably building a series of tunnels. I might have made a bed. I might have had some chickens. I might have even fought a zombie. But that was it. I couldn't play it anymore because I realized something about Minecraft that not very many people realize. It is a huge, huge waste of time. And I'm going to stop talking now before you start hating me even more. I didn't like it. I mean, okay, you build, you kill. I don't get it. There's just some things that I'm not made for. That game is one of those things. Don't freak out. In 2011, Norway experienced Smorpanic. What was this about? S'more panic. Right off at the top of my head, I'm thinking there was probably a nationwide shortage of chocolate, graham crackers, and marshmallows. Let's see. A. Nationwide butter shortage. B. S'mores were banned. They wouldn't. There's no way. There's no way they would do that. C. It rained for a year straight. D. Car stopped running for a week. I'm going to say it's got something to do with food. I doubt they banned s'mores because that wouldn't make any sense. I'm going to say a nationwide butter shortage. That's closer to the thing that I was coming up with marshmallows and graham crackers. A. S'more panic means butter panic. Okay. I was close. The frenzy that Norwegians descended into in 2011 when the country went into a butter crisis. Did they not have milk? Because of an increase in demand and terrible agricultural conditions, stores stopped stocking butter and it was nowhere to be found, leading to people smuggling it into the country and crossing borders to find it. Ho ho hum, you better believe it. Okay. To all the Norwegians out there, the Swedish, the Scandinavians, whatever you call yourselves, if you got milk, you can make butter. You don't need to have it in those perfect little blocks that the fine people of country crock make you think that it needs to be in. You can make butter with milk. So if you're out of butter and you got plenty of milk, technically you're not out of butter. It just hasn't been made yet. You see what I'm saying? It's like someone going, oh no, we don't have tacos. But you got the ingredients to make the tacos. You got the shredded cheese, you got the tomatoes, the sour cream, the tortilla thingies, you've got the beef, and you've got the seasoning. You got the makings of a taco. It doesn't need to be wrapped and sold from Taco Bell. You can make a taco, I promise you. I've seen me do it, so I know you can too. Butter comes from milk. Okay? Little unknown fact you also might not be aware of. Norwegian people, Scandinavians, the separation of the butter, okay, from that liquid is called buttermilk. So you get a byproduct. Oh my God, really? Yes, you get a byproduct. You're getting two things in one: butter and buttermilk, all from churning milk. I don't think you had a butter shortage. I think you were just too damn lazy to make butter. Okay? You know what I'm having right now? I'm having a cookie shortage in my refrigerator. I've got things in there to make cookies with, but there's no cookies in that refrigerator. Does that mean I've got a cookie shortage? No. Because my Yum Box just literally gave me 3 boxes of cookies. So we ain't hurting for cookies over here. Y'all calm down with the butter shortage. We're out of butter. Come on now. It would have made sense if it said something about there being no milk. But butter. Come on, guys. I'm sure somewhere in the villages in these areas was probably some like 86-year-old lady going, why is everybody sweating? There's still milk. And nobody understands why she's not panicking, right? But yet every day she's sitting there with her pancake with no jam, putting butter on it, and everyone's like, where the hell did she get butter? It's like, we know where she got butter. She smuggled it in from whatever the nearest country is that frickin' has butter over there. Oh, it was 3. Okay. Test your Danish. Which of these 4 presumably Danish brands is actually a faker? Which one doesn't exist, I'm guessing. A. Lego. I gotta be honest with you, I did not know Legos were Danish. B. Haagen-Dazs. I didn't know they were Danish either, but they do got that 2 dots above the A, so that would, yeah, that would make sense. That coys with my fish. C. Pandora Jewelry. And D. Bisca. Bisca. I'm going to say B. It's the only one that actually sounds like it could be Danish. I mean, who would have guessed Lego, right? Lego, Pandora, Bisca. Yeah, none of those sound like they would be Danish. So the one that actually sounds Danish, I'm going to say is fake. B. Haagen-Dazs. Okay, yeah, 4 is B. Totally not cool. Here's the scoop. Started by a family of Polish immigrants in Brooklyn, it began as an Italian lemon ice business, but the 50s there were dozens of ice cream producers, so Ruben Mattis decided to make his own high-end version with a Danish-sounding foreign name that would appeal to American customers. The word is actually gibberish in Danish. I honestly thought it was just somebody's name. So Haagen-Dazs absolutely means nothing. It was invented by a Polish, I'm guessing Italian ice? Yeah. Italian ice vendor. And based on today's rhetoric, those 2 things alone would have gotten you canceled. They would have called it cross-cultural assimilation. you're stealing my culture. But the only people that would complain would be from Sweden, Norway, Iceland, and Denmark. So nobody would care. The reason what I'm not going to get into that. Nope, we're not getting into that. Moving on. Number 5. Thank you very much. Yep. What international food do almost all Scandinavians eat on Friday? This one's gonna be fun. A. Italian. They eat Italian on Friday. It did say Friday, right? Yeah, Friday. Friday Italian. Italian for so Friday would be their like, okay guys, let's have some pasta or some pizza or some lasagna or some other pasta dishes that end with a except for beefaroni. Beefaroni would work. B, Mexican. Oh, let it be Mexican. That would be so damn funny. Taco Fridays in Scandinavian. It just says Scandinavian. So I guess it'd be Iceland, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland. I might have forgotten Finland earlier. If I did, write it in there. I'm an old man. I forget shit. C, Chinese. Chinese. No, Chinese is one of those things you can have any night of the week. It doesn't matter. You could eat Chinese after eating. That's a lot of carbs. I was going to say you could eat Chinese after eating Italian, but you could probably eat Italian after eating Chinese. Because for some reason that food never sticks with you. You could eat Chinese and then 10 minutes later you'll be hungry again. Or French. Okay, D is French. What international food do almost all Scandinavians eat on Friday? Italian, Mexican, Chinese, or French? I'm still going with Mexican. That sounds so funny to me. A Taco Friday. No. Fajita Friday. Oh, that would be so awesome. Fajita Friday. Steak Fajita Friday. I might have to move to these places. I'm going to have to read up on these guys. What is that? Number 5. B. Funny enough, Scandinavians go crazy for tacos. I was really hoping for fajitas. I was like really hoping for fajitas. But tacos aren't just traditional tacos. All Mexican food, from burritos, enchiladas, and fajitas. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We got the fajita going now. Is referred to as taco. Really? They call tacos. They call fajitas tacos. They call burritos tacos. They call enchiladas tacos. I've got some Spanish-speaking friends that would find that very offensive. I'm just saying. A fajita. Oh, that's a taco. We call that a taco. Well, what do you call this thing with the crunchy shell? That's also a taco. Make that make sense. How can they both be tacos? That's like me looking at a glass of water and a glass of milk and I'm going, that's a glass of orange juice. Well, no, this is a glass of orange juice. Oh, yes, I call that a glass of orange juice as well. So what do you call the one with the white liquid in it? That's a glass of orange juice. It's all just a glass of orange juice. That don't make no sense. Here we go. Triple Fridays, tacos, enchiladas. Here we go. Is referred to as tacos and eaten traditionally on Fridays. A small twist, Swedes and Norwegians, I did not know that's what you call Swedish people, love to add is chopped cucumber. not traditionally found in Mexican food. That's because cucumbers are not traditionally found in fucking Mexico. But don't knock it until you try it. I think I'll knock it. I'll knock it hard, actually. I'll knock it the hell out. Cucumber and a damn... Can you... First of all, okay, how soggy is a cucumber? How wet is it? I do not like wet taco shells. Because the crevice where all the stuff sits in, that thing becomes structurally unsound. And the next thing you know, you no longer have a taco. You have two halves of a taco split down the middle with all the shit falling out of it. No thank you. One of Scandinavian Norse mythology's oldest gods is associated with what? A. Bread. B. Warmer weather. C. Skiing. Or D. Small lakes. The word is Ullr, or I should say the name. That is a name, right? Norse mythology's oldest god, Ullr, is associated with bread, warmer weather, skiing, or small lakes. When in doubt, see your way out, right? So let's go with C. Skiing. The god of skiing. That's actually kind of funny. I want there to be a god of skiing. That's how hilarious this should be. A skiing god. I want that in my life as a Nordic person. 6. C. That's what I chose. Traditionally depicted in stone carvings on skis. No shit. With a bow in his hands. Is a Norse god of skiing. The Scandinavian sport of skiing began over 6,000 years ago and continues today as a competitive sport in which they compete both nationally and internationally. Ulle was worshipped as the patron saint of skiers. There's something the Pope doesn't talk about. To bestow great skill upon them. He's said to bestow great skill upon skiers. He can do that. He's the god of skiing. That's... I like that. That's weird, but I like that. You know, you got the god with the hammer, you know, and then you got the guy that turns into the wolf, and then you got the guy that skis with a bow in his hand. Or, well, it said God, so that would have to be male. But then again, God is lowercase, so it's kind of hard to tell. What does the Swedish pastime of fika refer to? A. Coffee and pastry break. B. Cleaning your house. C. Watching a movie with friends. Netflix and chill. Yeah, over there, chill is taken literally. God forgive me. D. Going shopping. Okay. I know this one's A. I know it because I know the word. Don't ask. I've heard it. I don't know how I heard it, but I've heard it. I've looked it up. I've done this. So, fika is a coffee break. Often with a pastry. A. Coffee break with pastry. Fika. A. Fika, used as both a noun and a verb, might seem simple. A small daily break to have some coffee and a warm pastry. But it goes much deeper. It always goes much deeper. Oh boy. It's a time to connect with friends, to unplug from stress and work, and to take a deep breath. The word is believed to come from a reversal of kafi. Kafi, fika, meaning obviously coffee. Uh, we love the idea. Do you think you'll start taking a fika? We'll see, here in America, we call it coffee. Coffee. So if we were going to do a fika, it would be called a efak. Now you know why we don't do a efak. I'm gonna go efak off for a while. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Oh boy. Hey, what are you doing, George? Oh, I'm just fucking off right now. They thought of it, not me. Shit. I just made it funny. Who are the Yule lads? Yule. Okay, it's either a lumberjack or Christmas carolers. uh, uh, R and the page is split on this one, so it's kind of hard to tell what the words say. That has to be an Icelandic boy band. Okay, it could be that actually. I mean, anything could be a damn boy band. Hell, we had a boy band called NSYNC. 98 Degrees. What was that? What was that other one with the really ugly dudes in it? Um, Backstreet Boys. 4,000 women just collectively gasped. Don't kid yourself. I don't have that many viewers. um, what was B? Oh, B. A nickname for Christmas carolers. That's what I said. There's no way it's going to be that now because that was way too easy. A version of Santa Claus. It says lads, like more than one, plural. People who work on Christmas. I want to say B and D, but I have a feeling it's going to be A, just because that sounds fun. I'm going to go with B and D as like a combination. I'm going to say it's B and D. They call people that work on Christmas Yule lads, and they call Christmas carolers, mainly because they're working on Christmas, Yule lads. Prepare for disappointment, though. What is this? Number 8? Yep, number 8. A. A. The Icelandic boy band. Really? It doesn't matter if you're naughty or nice. The Yule lads will pay you a visit. Icelandic children would leave shoes on their windowsill. If they were good, they got sweets. If not, they got rotten potatoes. Damn, these people do Christmas differently. There were a lot of scary stories surrounding them, but in 1746 the government officially banned parents and older relatives from scaring children with them. Is it weird that I want them to bring them back now? Like, I'm sitting here like, we need to bring back the Yule lads. To hell with Santa Claus. Wait, hold on. A. An Icelandic boy band. and it's banned with one N. Okay, not like you know, BANNED, band BAND. An Icelandic boy. Hold on a second. So these guys are like little dudes, and you leave your shoes out. If you're good, you get candy. If you're bad, they put rotten potatoes in there. And like parents will tell you, oh, don't be naughty, because the Yule lads will come tonight and leave you rotten potatoes. That wouldn't have scared me as a kid. Matter of fact, you couldn't have scared me as a kid with a Freddy Krueger story. If you told me if you were naughty, Freddy Krueger visits you on Christmas Eve and like cuts up your Christmas tree or all that stuff, I'd be sitting downstairs waiting for him to appear. Like, I'm gonna get this guy on video, or at the very least, watch it myself, cause I'm up for that. Oh, that was it. Well, poo. It ended on such a cruddy note. Icelandic boy band. Apparently, the word band is like, I think it means gang. You know what I mean? Like gang, but they probably ain't allowed to put the word gang in here. Maybe that's it. They ain't allowed to say gang, so they had to say band. After all, Robin Hood had a merry band of thieves. They were a gang. Care what you say, they were a gang. Oh, here's all the doodads that we tried today. The banana flavored marshmallow thing, the fruit flavored candies, those lemon cream cookies that were actually crackers. And still, none of it was, all that bad, with the exception of that piece of toffee at the end that came in that little bag. And the other two items in that bag were awesome, so, overall it was a nice treat. So far, Scandinavia is winning. Scandinavia beat Mexico. And I liked Mexico. There's a lot of things in the Mexico thing and the Mexico box that I liked. There was one thing in there that was totally inedible, period. The only thing this had in it that I didn't really like was that salt toffee licorice can. Good Lord, what are you doing? Just make some toffee. Make a good toffee. It doesn't need to be licorice flavored. It doesn't have to be salted. Caramel salt doesn't belong in caramel anyway. Caramel's supposed to be sweet, not salty, the ethereal dance of the Aurora Borealis. Aurora at home. Traveling to the coldest northernmost part of the world isn't on everyone's daily itinerary. But why shouldn't you bring some of that beauty to your life? Set up a projector and watch as it lights up your ceiling with gorgeous iridescent auroras. Scandinavian folklore. This ought to be fun. It has to be fun. They have a god of skiing. Think about that. While many see the lights as Norse gods, either Odin or the fearsome Valkyries, others believe they're the Bifrost Bridge, as seen in Marvel leading to Valhalla. However, the indigenous Finno-Ugric Sami people view them as a portent of doom, thought to be souls of the dead, or an Icelandic boy band. Excuse me. Souls of the dead. Many believe you shouldn't tease them, by singing or whistling when the auroras are present, and many Sami people will choose to stay indoors when they're visible. On the other hand, Finns view them as Arctic firefoxes. When I hear stuff like that, it makes me wonder, has the Finns seen an actual fox? Because I don't think Evil Knievel would be able to make that jump. Because that's a leap. Our shared beauty. Auroras aren't unique to Earth. Jupiter has jaw-dropping, vivid electric blue auroras, hundreds of times bigger than the Earth's because its stronger magnetosphere and fierce winds. Another little known fact about auroras, while they're thought to be quiet, they make sounds, crackling, whooshing, popping, and hissing, kind of like an old record player. Since Jupiter's auroras are so massive, would they roar? What sound seems like it would most fit the otherworldly beauty of these lights? Can you recreate it? While we may not be in the center of the Arctic and a native home to the aurora borealis, the magical lights can still sneak into the American night sky on rare occasions and put on a show for us. Here's how you track them. And if you want to do that, all you got to do is scan that barcode right there. Or barcode squidgy block doodad hickey thing. Pause it if you want to. Whatever. I don't care. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. If I could get a grip on one of these pages, I'd turn to the next one. Be gone, you heathen. Alright. Gravlax. That sounds nasty. What is a Gravlax? Scandinavian cured salmon. Still sounds nasty. Nutrition facts, like we care about that. Did you enjoy your trip to Scandinavia this month? Take our survey. We won't be doing that either. Well, that was interesting. And I've got a lot of goodies here that I plan on keeping. It'll probably take me a month to get rid of all of them. I know just where they're going, with the exception of some salted toffee candies. Scandinavian trip was actually awesome this month. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Coco slept through it all with a minor cameo. That's Coco, guys. That's just how she is. I had a pair of glasses. I don't know if I stuck them in my pocket or not. Yep, I stuck them in my pocket. They're black, so wearing a black shirt, if I were to look down trying to find those glasses, I'd never find them. I'd never see them. They blend in so well, you know. And I still got cookie crumbs all over me. But at least they were good cookies. They're not like... I can't believe how lucky I was with this box. This is actually one of the first boxes where I'm actually going to keep most of the stuff that was in it. With the Mexican box, I believe it was like probably 3/4 of the stuff that was in it. I ended up keeping, and some of it I actually ate during that camping trip to save myself a little trouble, because I sure as heck didn't get any squirrels. This stuff, I believe I'm going to keep everything except for the toffee. Those salted licorice flavored toffees. That's something nobody should ever have to endure. I'm just being blunt. They were horrible. I don't see how those people can eat that stuff. I just don't see it. Well, anyway, I'm gonna boogie oogie on out of here, get this video edited, and get it sent out to you guys so you've got something to view from me, because it's been a while since I've actually done a video. And now that my hand is healed up, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to hold a controller now, because I tried, I couldn't do it. Every time I'd get a good grip on the controller, it would just fall right out of my hand, because there would be an area pinching in right here, and that actually hurts so bad. I don't know what it is about neuropathy, but your hand feels numb until it gets hurt, and then it just burns ridiculously crazy. Like the actual burn, I didn't feel it. I did not feel the actual burn until the next day. The next day, it felt like my whole hand was on fire. And then I looked and I was like, oh my God, I've got a big old blister there, size of a silver dollar. And that's a pretty darn good size. That's a pretty darn good size blister. And then unfortunately, that blister, it erupted. So I had to go into crisis mode, finding things to cover it up. It was ugly, but it's healing. As you can see, I'm about 97, 98% there. And I can move my hand. It does not burn. This part feels weird. It feels tingly, it feels itchy, but it doesn't hurt. And that's the important part. So I will be continuing my, what's the name for it? I know I have a goofy name for some of the gameplays that I'm doing. The lost save, the lost save for Days Gone. I will be continuing that this week. So there's that to look forward to. Shame on me for not being able to do it, but then again, like I said, I was just not able to do it. I wanted to, but holding the controller was just, it was not comfortable, and I just did not, it was not working. Put it that way, it was not working. I tried playing a few computer games. Turns out using a keyboard was even worse, because everything's moving when you're holding a keyboard. When you're holding a controller, it's just the thumbs, and that's where the friction and the movement of the skin was agitating the burnt area. But with the keyboard, everything's moving. All of that's moving around, and all of that was irritating that spot. I gave up on a keyboard. I was like, never mind. I can type with this hand at work. I can make that happen. But playing a game on a computer, you need both hands. You need this hand just by itself to WASD, because for some reason they have forgotten the way of those arrows buttons. I remember when you used to use the arrow buttons to walk around. I liked the arrow buttons. I want to go back to the arrow buttons. I'd be happy if I could play a computer with a controller, but then you got to set up those buttons, and it's like, forget it. And again, I couldn't handle the controller. It's just too painful. But we're past that now, thank goodness. So I'm going to clean up this mess, make way, however you want to say it, for the next video coming out, hopefully this Thursday or Friday. I usually do it on Thursday night and get it going like early Friday morning, just because of my work schedule. So if I can get it to you any earlier, I'll do my best, but I don't think that will happen. Especially with the way things were going at work for the last couple of weeks. I had to work the entirety of each week, because one, this is the type of year where we tend to pick up and we get a lot busier, and two, a fellow co-worker was out for a couple of weeks. They had some health issues that needed to be taken care of, and now they're back, and hopefully they're back 100%, and they no longer have any problems, you know, doing the work that is required of them. So, yeah, that's about all the update I can give to you. That's all I got for this channel anyway. I'll have more coming up on the outdoor channel that I have. That channel will be having some slight modifications. Just an FYI. I'm going to have to change the name of that channel. I'll get into that in the video on that channel, and it'll probably be the next battle box review, checkup video, whatever that is. I think it's mission 127, if I'm not mistaken. So when I do the mission 127 video, that's when I'll get into that. And by the way, that battle box showed up while I was doing the camping trip. It couldn't have come the day before. It had to come the day after I left. The day after I left, that's when it showed up. Otherwise, I would have taken it with me and I would have done that video there. But that didn't happen. But again, that's not to do anything with this channel. That's for the outdoor channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, that's it. Take it easy. Goodbye.